Francis Ngannou came out and said he is next in line to fight Stipe. He said, I don't care if DC fights again. I don't have anything about against DC and Stipe. Rematches somewhere else, but I'm next in line. Now, he has every right to his opinion, but once he voices his opinion, we have every right to break his opinion down. Okay, and he does have a couple of good things on his side, which is he has stayed busy. Since he lost to Stipe, he stayed very busy, and he's fought some really rough guys. And he's beat the hell out of all of them. Now, don't correct me, guys. I'm aware of the Derek Lewis fight, right? I get the whole thing. But he went and done some heavy lifting, including against Cain Velasquez, the most intimidating heavyweight of all time. Whether you decide who the best is. You want to know who the most intimidating heavyweight in the history of combat is? It's Cain Velasquez. Francis shut him off. So he's earned the right to be a top contender. That's true. The other side to it, what would strengthen Francis's argument, and he just doesn't have that, is to say new blood. We need new blood, and I represent the next era. That's always been a great and compelling argument, but he doesn't have that one on his side because him versus Stipe would be a rematch. So for him to say, hey, Daniel, you already had your chance and you don't get the chance again, not true. I mean, right, you see where that would counter itself out. Daniel, you fought Stipe, but Francis, you fought him too. So I don't know that he has a better argument over Daniel. He's got a good, fair argument. He really does. What I don't want to see Francis do is become one of these guys who's worked out what makes sense. Anytime you hear yourself, this is what makes sense, you are headed down the wrong path in this sport. Anytime your coach or your managers or you sit down and you try to decide where your career goes because this makes sense, you're in the wrong path. Stop. Here would be my fear. What I don't want to see Francis do is to come up logically that he should fight for the world championship next and then sit out as a way of proving his point. Stay busy. Francis, you're a killer and you're only looking better. You have things to work on. You're already in a really good place, but you still have things to work on. So use this time. Stay in the gym. Stay busy. Get in the ring. See what happens. Nothing bad happens from walking out on television in a cage fight and winning in terms of getting yourself closer to the goal that you have. And what could be very helpful for Francis, and I do think that he will end up for a world title fight again. I'd be bet very heavy. But if there was a shakeup within that division somewhere, it would even open the opportunity for him faster. And that's the part that he's missing. That's the one part that I fear that he could be missing. I'll put it to you that way. He is doing the right thing to come out and try to get in a public fight and dispute and get in front of DC. That's just smart business. Francis is doing nothing wrong. But I still must take him at his word and break down his word. And what I don't want to see him do is to be difficult. Difficult never has worked out. There's not a point where you could look back in history and tell me this guy did something counterproductive and got a positive outcome. So be careful. Parity isn't necessarily on his side. I like the wins. I don't know that I would agree. I think there's something special for a trilogy fight. But let's see how that all plays out.